the second veil.
That
A
is weird.
Freemason assassinated Abraham Lincoln. Undisputable when you have the eyes to see. Now, Albert Pike writes in his colossal work, which some refer to as the Bible of Freemasonry, called Morals and Dogma, and on page 113 he says, "What can there be in common between the vile multitudes and the sublime wisdom?" That's what Freemasons possess, sublime wisdom. That's what their secret is. It's sublime. The secret I'll reveal to you. Now, just quickly, here's Freemason Kanye West. Here he's giving the Masonic grip to his
Jay-Z
brother
too.
Mason Jay-Z.
That motherfucker Jay-Z's, he's into that shit
Look at
deep.
the lapel he's wearing in this picture. It's the
I used to
same
think it was
double-headed
conspiracy,
eagle
but it's
as
actually
on the
real.
front cover of the so-called Bible of Freemasonry.
It ain't
Morals and Dogma,
Illuminati, but
written by the Grand
some other
Commander
shit.
Sovereign Pontiff of the religion that Kanye and Jay-Z have been sworn into, and thus granted access to international success. His Christian conversion isn't what it seems, and you'll soon see what job he has to do. Now look at what else Freemasonry thinks.
At least from our perspective, it makes sense that they would be sworn into success.
Initiation, you know? It's like a fucking gang.
Yeah,
It's like
being
a cult.
famous, having money, living above means, not having to, do what we do.
Living above society and the law, like you were just saying, basically. That's their virtues.
But at the same time, I feel like he is kind of reaching a little bit in this.
For sure.
I'm just gonna play devil's advocate. I love what his spirit is and what he's trying to convey. I don't know. I'm just playing devil's advocate.
For sure.
But I don't know. People would get mad about us saying that, even.
Saying what?
Banking on a black man's success.
Oh.
Putting them down. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like,
for sure,
that's
for
just
sure.
a mindset as we've already seen.
But my thing is, I don't know.
I'm speaking lowly now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm just throwing shit out at that point, but it's like
You're putting the counter argument out.
yeah.
I know what you
What
mean.
someone could say. you know?
Right.
But obviously,
But fuck what could say, hearsay,
Yep,
dare say.
yep.
I don't really care. I mean, like,
I
I
already
will,
know.
I,
Yesterday, yo.
I will sympathize with true, you know, I don't know, with true shit, and I respect everyone's
truly
opinion.
thinking though.
You know, yeah.
Truly understanding.
I respect everyone's
All
opinion.
perspectives.
Yeah, even if it's a dumb perspective, I respect the fact that you have a fucking perspective. The fact that you're even in existence. The fact that you are, a being. Because that alone, that is divine itself. But just not everybody is tapped into their divine. That's the fucking problem.
Well, and that's where I think a lot of people go wrong. Opinion, bias. Just, I don't know, that in general.
Clouded by that illusion.
They're clouded, yeah.
But,
and
I mean...
hold on. And we've seen that. And we understand it,
Mm-hmm.
I think. I feel like we understand it. Just because I can sit here truthfully and you can say anything. And I feel like you could hear anything as well. And we could truly be like, hey, we can talk about this on any level. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You could say this and you could say that, and we could be honest and understand it to an extent, because we have all of it. We have all of it. We understand any of it. And I'm talking kind of more in terms of, on a societal base of black, white, Mexican, Asian, on a term of political view, on a term of where you work and who you hang out with. That's kind of where
socio-demographic.
Yep. And I think we are gonna have to we're gonna have to talk in that area a little bit.
Yeah,
just
for
to
sure.
kind of map it out. We have to map that out, and I feel like we already have that mapped out.
It's been mapped out for years, man.
Exactly.
And I feel like that's
we've
a trait
already
of
broken it. We've already broken that,
Right.
that barrier.
And
down.
that alone is a trait of old souls, I feel like, The fact that we were able to break down
Yep.
certain constructs that some
Yep.
people live and devote their lives to until
Yep.
they die.
But I do feel like, at least if we're going to be recording this, I feel like we should at least make it known. I feel like,
Make what known? Exactly.
just where we're talking from,
what lens or what?
Well, yeah, what lens, what perspective, where our mindsets are. Like if I say, I'm not even going to get that deep.
You're good. What?
But no, just if I'm going to get that deep, I mean, I'm going to talk on certain tangents because I'm trying to figure it out.
Get there.
And I'm
Weird.
thinking, and we're thinking,
Yep. Spit that shit out. You got that.
That's what it is. That's all it is, So going back to even what he's saying.
You think the microphone can hear what he's saying?
Yeah.
Oh, it can.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Okay, well here, just a clarification.
Don't even talk to him.
All right, yeah, you're
Don't
right.
even
You're
fucking
right.
Talk to him.
But shit, you know, we listening to some shit, information.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, and I don't know, maybe we are being too perspective based, and this is, obviously our third one, but yeah, maybe I was kind of explaining it for them and not for you, because you already knew this.
Hell yeah, we both know this. We know this shit.
But I don't know, I kind of like to talk on it just because it is interesting.
It's good that you shifted that perspective as well, though. You were considering the audience as well, besides just yourself and me.
Even with what you were kind of going through with yesterday, with that Facebook post and what you said and with that.
Oof.
With what's her name? I mean, don't even get into it, but like,
you don't even bring no names up.
But just I don't know. Here's my thing. I mean, you have your opinions. She has her opinions. But at the end of the day,
I respected that.
Yeah, and she obviously didn't. I'll say it, bro. I mean, like, I read through it.
Yeah, and it felt like, to me, it felt like, I don't know, she in the end felt like I owed her something, or like, like I was supposed to change my whole view. But it's like, like I was seeing it as a health problem, and and like it wasn't other shit.
I understand why you got frustrated. I could see you got frustrated through what you were saying. You know what I mean? Okay, I'll just say that. I could see you were frustrated.
Low key, just a little bit.
And I mean, that's fine, because it's tough to talk to some
just
people.
Because niggas was trying to, I don't know, just debate and just go more forward and forward. Like, I don't know, like not even microaggression. I ain't even gonna bring it to that because that's more racial based. But what's the word? Like, kind of. Subliminal, just trying to
applying your views.
Right. I mean, we're not even applying the view. The view is okay, but it's more, I don't know, the refutal of the other person's views, and almost trying to I don't know, say how you're wrong for this reason. This is actually false. Like, how about we just come to a common understanding as to how our opinions and our views are differing, and that's fucking okay.
No, and that's not okay.
What do you mean that's not okay? To have differing views?
No. It's not okay to come to when someone says, "Let's agree to disagree." That's not a reputable perspective. Because you can't do that.
Yeah, I feel like that's a quick way out. They just don't want to really get into it.
Listen, you either have to find common ground, or you have to speak your points and at least be respectful to what you think and what you know what I mean? I mean, at the end of the day, it's Facebook. And Facebook's going to do what it does. People are going to... There's no body... We know this. There's no body language. There's no spoken word within... And we can agree that...
After the fact, I felt dumb for even fucking giving a reaction out of it.
But listen. We can both agree that spoken word, body language, being in someone's presence... definitely like makes or breaks a conversation. You know what I mean? Like, you can read someone through personal interaction.
Yeah.
Seeing a person, seeing how they speak, seeing how they talk. On Facebook and internet in general, that's what's
how motherfuckers spell down to grammar and whatnot. It shows education, it shows information.
And that's what, and it doesn't as well. You know what I mean? Yeah, you have that.
Yeah. You're able to write proficiently,
but you don't have physical. You can't
knowledge.
See how they're acting and how they're speaking.
Right.
What if that whole scenario was in person? Then what? How different would it have been? We don't know. It probably would have been a lot different.
Yeah, exactly. It would have been.
I'm not trying to be biased, but you probably could have persuaded her a lot differently because, I mean, we're smooth operators. That's how it is. You know what I mean? That's just how it is. Like, we're smooth operators when it comes to this shit. At least speaking.
Yeah. Especially with energy. With energy. Yeah. Being able to actually, I don't know, truly embody and, I don't know, express our opinions and our personal views to the highest extent, And like that's very powerful because a lot of people aren't advocative. That you got to be advocative in this life as a human because how is people going to know what you are? How is, I don't know, like it's expression, and I feel like that's actually a key within life itself.
And that's where, I mean, we could take this a lot of different ways, and this is introspectively because we're on a mic. It's a little podcast, but I mean, you could take this into generational. You know, how our offsprings and how, you know, my brother, he's on his phone all the time. That's all they do. He's 10 and he's on his computer playing video games.
It seems
he's
like, you know,
on the phone. I mean, how is this going to influence our society?
The ages always gets younger and younger to where what technology they're using. They're using even more advanced technology.
At 10,
we weren't doing that shit when we were, you know, that age.
Here, at 12, I had the flip phone and I used it to make sure, you know.
Right, it was a flip phone.
Dad, come pick me up.
It was a flip phone.
Dad, come pick me up. I need to get picked up right now. I'm safe.
It was a flip phone.
You know what I mean? Now they're 10
what the fuck was internet? What was internet back in 2008?
So what is this gonna? Here's my question: what is this gonna do to, you know, future generations? It's evolution for sure. This is integrated into our society right now.
Yeah.
Internet technology. This is happening, and we can't stop it. I mean, at this point, you know, I mean, we're 20, 21. In 20 years, when we're 40. That's damn near our kid. That could be our kids' kids, you know, are integrated into this technological age. What the fuck is this going to do to us?
I feel like you pushed it, though. It ain't going to be 20 years.
I'm pushing it for sure.
If we're going to be more accurate, we'll probably have kids, you know, with our girlfriends within the next 10 years or so. Because by 40, 40 is kind of, you know, it's, you know.
But I'm just saying, on a generational basis, you know, there's people that have had kids already. You know, there's people our age that have already had kids, and even before that.
Even earlier, yeah.
Even earlier.
My mom had me at 16.
Yep, and my mom had me at 22.
Right,
and that's
early ages.
Early ages, very.
Mm-hmm. At least in, you know, how they perceive it in society as a norm wise, you know. Mm-hmm. But I feel like, I don't know, that doesn't always mean that it's bad, because I feel like it's more dependent. It's dependent on the soul, and I feel like God, or whatever you see as, you know, the grand creator, it wouldn't the grand creator, God, Omni, it wouldn't have allowed, you know, like a life force to even come into existence if it wasn't ready to, you know. It's all literally meant to be. So it's like there's no fucking way that, I don't know, anything could be wrong.
We're meant to understand this, but that's not even the point. I mean,
yeah, that's too far. Where were we at?
I mean, we're at
getting too deep into this shit.
I mean, technological advances in it itself. That's what I've been into lately.
What segment of technological advancements? Because, man, that shit has been fucking roaring everywhere.
It's been everywhere.
Space-wise, AI, internet, man, everything.
We've been moving forward quick.
What segment are you on?
I mean,
yeah, come on. Try to label it.
Bro, because it's so much.
What has your mind been on, though, recently?
You already know, bro. I mean, integration.
AI?
Integration with technology.
Human transhumanism? Hold on. They call it transhumanism, I think. And that's going to become a bigger term coming in the future. Because transhumanism is basically the idea.
Integrating.
The ideology of, integrating with AI. But a lot of people are gonna see it obviously as evil, but I feel like, I don't know. I don't feel like AI.
What do you see it as?
I don't feel
I'll play devil's advocate always.
For sure. You know, you got to see the counter argument. Otherwise, you're being too subjective. Mm-hmm. At least with what? You're saying at least with this?
No, I'm saying I'll play devil's advocate with this against you, because I know what.
Excuse me, y'all.
Because our last conversation, we were on different sides. At least when I was playing devil's advocate.
Which part?
With Elon Musk's neural implants.
Oh yeah.
And, you know, just the whole integration.
I'm not against
the integration process.
I mean, I'm not against it, but I'm just more. It's more about, I don't know, the intentions and I don't know. Yeah, it all really lies into intention. Who? Like, what is the intent made in terms of making this, and what is the intent of the people that are going to be using this? You know, it can get very slippery. It's a slippery slope,
and that's where we need to differentiate with what we're talking about, because we can talk about elitism, we can talk about the people that are in charge. You know, capitalism keeping us under, you know, keeping us working, keeping the system going.
So where are we at? Yeah,
and then we can also, you know, pit over and talk about what is this, and what are we able to do with this? You know what I mean?
Right.
It's hard to talk about both of it, because that's where I am. I'm split. Listen.
What is this, though?
Listen.
That's too broad.
I know it's broad.
This ain't even
Let me get
just
into it.
technology.
Because I'm split. I'm like, you know, I agree with you. I wouldn't put a chip in my fucking brain, you know, knowing that they have full control over it. They can
Yeah.
read everything. They
Man,
can see everything.
shit's
I
scary.
wouldn't do it.
Shit's scary.
But listen, the other part of me is like, hey, I'm fucking curious. What? We can put this technology into our brain and we can you know what I mean? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, right?
Yeah, I know what you mean. And then
I'm spiritually
the possibility
Yeah.
of actually altering and upgrading
Mhm.
our mind's
our
consciousness.
mindsets, you
For
know?
sure.
And that obviously throws me into like
I feel like-
spirituality and just where we can already get without it, but I'm just curious.
Right.
Because it's right here. This is what we are. We're humans. We're
Mhm.
physical right now. I mean, I'm curious.
No, I get
Fucking
that.
curious. And that's where that last conversation, whatever it was a month ago, where we were going back and forth, and I enjoyed it because we were able to bring up very solid points.
No,
But
on
I'm
both
like,
sides.
fuck, man. Without the, what are they gonna do to us? I'm curious what this could actually bring to us.
Well, I feel like it comes down then to who is implanting it in you and
Yes.
what are they implanting
Yes.
in you.
And
you
that
know?
goes on.
Because it's not going to be just one Neuralink
No.
type. It's going to be many
Mhm.
different types. There's going to be many different manufacturers, and
and it's
that's
all
where it comes
corporation.
down to.
And it's all corporation.
Right, but then it's not going to be just corporation. At some point, it's going to get to where it's personal, and there are going to be
Mhm.
some private organizations, maybe that has good intentions. And so you see, that's what I'm saying. I don't feel like it's all going to be straight evil. There's going to be some good people that are actually trying to turn people good and actually give people the power they need to
Yep.
be able to strengthen not just their mechanical powers and what they can think,
their psyche,
but also
their psyche.
yeah, and also their soul. Imagine AI that can actually enhance, I don't know, your
Yeah.
ability to connect with your soul. That's
You're operating.
different.
You're operating
That's
without the
God,
physical.
bro.
You're
That's
operating.
source.
Yeah, it is.
That is source.
Listen,
literally.
you're operating without the physical. You're able to control things with your mind. That's already what spirituality is
Yeah.
dabbling in.
I don't fully hate what you were saying, man.
Yeah,
Hell no.
and
But
I
it's
don't.
like,
I don't. And you already know. I don't hate what
I see
you're
the
saying.
dangers as well.
I
Right.
don't hate what you were saying because
Right.
it's like dead serious.
Yeah, it's some
What
shit.
the fuck are they gonna do? But
It's
then,
some shit.
so I like that we're able